There is a new challenge crate coming in Spongebob Tower Defense, which means we need to learn how to macro it. Now, challenge macros have existed for a long time. I'll give you guys the history of the challenge macro, but all I'm going to say first is that we have a 25 click, only 25 clicks, and a 7-second macro to beat all 5 of these challenges, guys. For those unaware, when you hop into a challenge, it basically rotates every 15 minutes. The Goo Lagoon here, it's going to expire in 12 minutes. And then it switches maps completely. Now, you're probably asking yourself, how are you going to beat every map in 25 clicks in 7 seconds? And that's what I'm here to show you guys today. For the OGs, this used to not be possible, obviously, because you couldn't go to the next challenge. You had to return to the lobby, run all the way here, and hop in here every single time the map changed. But luckily for us, that's no longer the case. In 13 minutes, I'm going to show you what you can do now and how we can capitalize on this. I will warn you guys, making this macro does require some brain power. It's not extremely easy, and you do have to make adjustments based on your units and your lineups, but I'm going to try to give you guys as good as a tutorial as possible so everyone can follow along. We will be getting tons of these challenge coins every single hour. I would say upwards of 10,000. I haven't ran the math on it just yet, but with multiple accounts, that number could be unlimited. And yes, this works with multiple accounts. But anyway, step number 1, fellas, make sure you adjust your lineup. We are going to need a granite tentacles just to make this as easy as possible. Get secret formula on all of these units, guys. Secret formula and pursuit for the granny. It's going to buff the range. That's what we need for that. The next unit can be anything. I have a regular level 50 Captain Zach. You could use any small AoE that fits on the map and on most areas. You can even use a Mimic Bob, guys. Young Dan, the guy that inspired this method, actually used a Mimic Bob for his. I'll leave a link to his down below just for a different perspective. But I've actually optimized what I think he did and made it even better. And with the Captain Zach, it's even easier because it is the best AoE in the game. You don't need to use any abilities. You don't need to upgrade. You just need to place one unit on each map. But for now, let's just get straight into the macro. I honestly started my setup on Goo Lagoon. Usually I wait for Patty Vault because it is the hardest, but I think Goo Lagoon works just fine. So I'm going to hop on UG Foam because it has a lot more customization features and it makes this macro way easier. But if you use your head wisely, you can definitely do it on Tiny Tasks as well. And I'll try to give you a tutorial for that at the end. Make sure you stick around for the whole thing because even if you do the free version, it's still going to be hard without the steps I show you. But first, we're starting in Photoshop. Don't get too confused by all of these dots here. There is a very good reason for them. Basically, these dots map out where we want to place. So on Patty Vault, the black squares are our starters. On Goo Lagoon, the purple circles are our starters over here in the hills. And then the orange and red dot are where we place our Captain Zacks. Okay, guys, this will be compatible with all the maps. So literally within 8 placements, we should be able to take out all of these maps. It's actually kind of crazy when you think about it. I do add a couple save fails just in case, but we'll cover that at the end as well. So let's get right into the macro. So we're now loaded up on UG Phone, ready to rock and roll. The first thing we're going to do, guys, is actually hit 7x. Okay, I'm going to do 7x first. And then we're going to start wave. I like to start wave from the right. You guys just don't ask questions. Just start it, or sorry, the left. Make sure you click off to the left. And then now we're going to place our first starter as far right as we can over here. And then our next one pretty much beside it, just right here. Now we're going to pause our macro, guys. That's all we need to do for this for now. Each map, we add something new and different, but for this map, that's all we're going to add. Yes, we're going to get defeated, guys. We have plenty of steps to still add. We paused our macro for later. Eventually, Captain Zach will go down around this area, guys, but we actually need to know where to place it based on a different map. So if I pull up the Photoshop, guys, here's the starters in the purple dots. And then we've got the red dot here. That's eventually where it'll be placed, the Captain Zach. But we actually want to use the Patty Vault as the placement reference because it's a very specific placement snug in this corner. So if we place it willy-nilly on the Goo Lagoon, guys, I just don't think it'll work out for Patty Vault. So we place it on Patty Vault because we have a lot more room for air within this map because there's a lot more room to place. You guys get what I mean. So with our 2 starters placed in the macro paused, we're good to go. We're just going to have to wait for the next rotations. So we're now on Puff's Boating School. The only thing I add to Puff's Boating School, well, we're going to start the waves. Don't start the macro just yet. I just need to be on the wave to actually do this. The only thing we do this time is we hit play. Okay, we select a granny and I like to place one in the back here. Okay, just as damage control. Then I pause it again. This is unrequired, but I just do it just to be safe. Goo Lagoon, place your 2 starters in the purple slots and then place a granny on Boating School. That's all where we're at right now. It doesn't matter the order, by the way, in which you do this. So you could start with Puff's Boating School. It doesn't really matter. It's a spam macro. You'll see what I mean. Guys, I'm also going to add 1 extra click on the cancel button here just at the end, just in case something doesn't place or whatever. It's just kind of, again, a fail safe. So make sure you hit the cancel button right here. Yeah, on these dots or whatever. Again, not required, just an extra measure along with this granny just to make sure we never die. We're now on Patty Vault, which actually matters the most out of anything. So we're just going to hit start wave so we can see what's going on. Then we're going to play our macro, guys. We do need to place one granny right about here at the top. We can just simulate placing it, and then I'll pause the macro. And now that we have money, let's actually place it. But yeah, so we just want to register it with the macro. I'm going to hit play again. We are going to place another one, guys, right beside that one, okay? Right beside it, basically, you want to leave a bit of a gap. And then after that, we're going to place our Captain's Act. Guess where? Right here, okay? Right here. Oh, I think I missed it. We're going to have to undo that click, and then let's do another click right here. Nope. Undo that click. The reverse arrow, guys, you can undo. Thanks to Young Dan. I didn't know that. So I'm just going to keep undoing it until I place it perfectly. So undo again. Let's try to place it right there. No, undo again. Until you get it, guys, around this point, keep undoing it. Now I can hit place since I finally got it. We're going to pause the macro once again. Now, guys, if you followed along, you should be at the 20th click, okay? If you followed along perfectly, obviously, I never hit next or replay yet. I'm going to do that at the end, but we should be 20 clicks in or 21 if you already hit replay. Okay, boys, we're now on the Dutchman ship, but unfortunately, we don't have any macros to add to this one. It's just such a big map. It's so spread out. Like, you can place your units anywhere pretty much, and you'll beat it. So that's why we're not using any here. We're going to beat this map regardless, if that makes sense. So it's easy peasy. Let's skip on to the next map. All right, boys, we're now on the last map. And the last thing to do, of course, we need to start the wave once again, is actually play our macro. And we are going to place our Captain Zach right beneath this rock. Okay, guys, right here. And let's just hit place. Obviously, it can't place now. We don't have enough gold. But now our macro is pretty much complete. The last thing to do is to hit replay. So I'm just going to dive really quick. And now we're going to unpause the macro, hit replay, and we're ready to rock, guys. Complete 25 click macro. Now we can end it, save it, you call it whatever you want, infinite loop, make sure. And we're going to edit all the details, guys. We need to change all the delays, okay? So in between each click, there is a delay. We're going to set it all to 200. And to get to this page, for those probably confused, you hit the reg, hit the 3 dots on the macro you just made, edit details, and we are going to edit all of the wait times to 200 milliseconds. And the last one, now we should be ready to cook. We're going to save it, guys, close it, and then hit play. I didn't hit replay at the start, so we're going to have to wait the whole cycle, which should take around 7 seconds to actually hit replay. You guys can put your replay button at the start if you'd prefer. There we go. We're now in the map. 7x speed is on. We're now spam macroing everything. A granny should be going down right away. Yep, it does. And now all we need now is the Captain's Act to go down. And I'm sure since we put that at the end of the macro, it will be taking a little bit. But once it goes down, guys, I will show you and we will be on to the next. Okay, guys, it actually says can't place Zach here. So let's pause it and find out why. Is it because I have no idea. I actually have no idea. That's really weird. I'm going to watch it real quick and just see the issue. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do to fix this, when you have issues, there is always a fix. You can hit add and we can actually add another recording gesture. So when it says you failed to place this, I'm going to click on the Zach again. We'll place it beside the rock once again and then hit cancel and try to do it once again, just to make sure that there's no error, guys. We're double protecting it. So let's just save that. And now we change all the timings. And now we've edited in another safety measure. So if you notice any mess ups, just add safety measures, hit cancel more often. And any error you have, you can pretty much bottleneck. You can edit everything with your G phone here. We could literally press this pencil right here and edit where the click is. So even if you misclick, you could go back and edit it. You can delete at macros. You can delete clicks. You can add new ones like we just did here. And I think with that, we should be good to go. Hopefully, if we're not good to go, then it's rigged. Let's start this bad boy back up and see what happens. Okay, so we just hit replay. Our Zach seems to be going down there. Hopefully it works when we have money. Our granny's already down. That's perfect. Quick granny placements are always good. And yeah, our Zach's definitely going to get placed. Both of those works right there. We place a granny all the way at the back and another granny right at the front. And there we go. Our Zach's down at the left side of the map. Easy win. All we need is one unit to beat these things. I'll see you guys with the next map. It's now the next day, guys, and we're running hot. Okay, I reset it 3 hours ago. You do have to check up on your macros, restart the device, etc., etc., do some maintenance. Roblox is extremely glitchy right now, but we've been running another solid 3 hours. I don't even know how many tokens I had. I woke up with 65,000. I definitely have more now in the last 3 hours. let's actually go check how many we've made. But as you can see here, we're flying through this level. I'll be back as soon as we are victorious. So we're now on wave 15, still one-shotting everything. There's the victory, and watch. It's going to hit replay for us on the 25th click because I did replay at the last click. Oh, wait, on this one? Yep, there we go. Okay, so we hit replay. We're back in the game that quick, that fast. Let's pause our macro, head back to the hub, see how many coins we got. Let's go, fellas. Actually, I'm going to log on to the real Roblox. But anyway, this thing beats every map in every condition. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the PC. Unfortunately, this game doesn't load, so we're going to have to leave and reconnect. Yeah, but we're back once again. We're now loaded up, guys. And just a reminder, if you don't, I just want to show this out quick. Actually, get a regular or a shiny granny tent. The wumbo makes it bigger and harder to place down. It could be even easier if you get a smaller granny tent. My point being, let's see how many coins we got the last 11 hours of grinding or so. Boom! 73,000 already, guys. This is absolutely crazy. This can already buy us 490 crates, and this is only one account and one night of grinding. Now, obviously, during the admin abuse, I'm going to try to get more of these Zacks, or I'll just use different units and get all 8 of my accounts running this macro. As soon as we have 8 accounts running, we should be making 500k coins a day. And if you know math, 500,000 divided by 150 is around 3,333 crates. So that's what we'll make around every single day. You can make it on as many accounts as you want. You just have to, well, you can even copy and paste the macro over. I'll put a tutorial of that in the description as well after I make it. It will be a private video for you guys that are super in-depth like me. And now, guys, without any further ado, let me show you guys a free version that you can do, okay? We're going to have to wait for Patty Vault, unfortunately, because it is the hardest map. So make sure you guys are starting on Patty Vault. For now, get your inventory loaded, and yeah, we'll get into it. But before we do head into Patty Vault, guys, we're going to aim for these dots. So we want to put a Zack on this track to the left, a Zack over here. The 2 dots we want to hit and try to just spam everything so we kind of line it up with the other maps. Also place a granny over here. So I'm actually going to move this dot in the back here so we kind of know where it is. And then there we go. So we're going to place a granny actually up here in the top of the hill. So guys, just use this map, screenshot it if you can as a reference. We want to have units placed all over here, and we'll spam some extra spots in case. The reason we're doing this is just because we want to get a granny down and a Captain Zack. That's it. Once we get the granny down, it's just a matter of time before a Zack places. If we spam everything, it should work on every single map. That's the crazy part. So once Patty Vault's here, we'll hop on Tiny Task and get crack-a-lacking, guys. All right, boys, we're now in Patty Vault, and we're now going to pull, well, first we're going to get defeated. We want to go to the defeat screen. Next, we're going to pull up Tiny Task, guys. I do have hotkeys for this. I suggest you do the same. Set continuous playback so it keeps replaying. We'll leave this up here for now. So we're now on the defeat screen of Patty Vault. We are going to hit record, guys. And what we are going to do is go replay 7x start wave and put our grannies down and just keep spamming everything. Hit Q2. Make sure we get them down. Then we're going to place our captain right here. That's good to go. Then we'll place 2 grannies over here. That's good to go. And then, of course, the Captain Zack in the bottom corner as well. That should be good to go. And the granny we wanted up here too, just for that one map. Hopefully that placed. And now we should be good to go to end the macro. And then we'll speed it up. I'll set it to 100 speed. Continuous playback. And now we just hit play. Again, this is not going to be as good. It's going to take a lot of trying. Tiny Task is pretty buggy. It might just end randomly. I don't even know. Hopefully it goes fast though. That's all I really ask. If it's going fast, that's more than fine. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wait until this map's over and we'll see if it actually works. If we can go again. It seems pretty slow for 100x, not going to lie. All right, guys, we're about to end this wave. Let's see if it replays and works. Again, you're going to have to watch it on every map and make sure it works for every map. Make sure you don't hit return to lobby, stuff like that. But there we go. We're back in the game. 7x is active. It looks like we are trying to place things. Hopefully we do get it down in time because again, this is not 100x speed. We might actually, oh, okay, we get it down last second. This is perfect. So yeah, guys, you can do this with Tiny Task. Hopefully it works on every map. I assume it will. If not, that's fine too. Just keep editing it until it works. I would recommend buying UG phone for the custom ability. But yeah, guys, we'll be making 60,000 tokens per night per account. Get all your accounts active. I'm personally going to get 8 at least for this. I just need more Captain Zacks. So we will be hitting this admin abuse, trying to get as many Captain Zacks as possible and trading for them as well. So make sure you guys click down below for the link to set up UG phone. I have a multi-account tutorial. You can also follow along to set up one account. You do have to pay around $7 a month. I will be giving out codes to people who use my link, so make sure you guys register down below. Also include a tutorial of how to copy and paste macros from device to device. Because obviously, if I get a Captain Zack and a Granny on all my accounts, I can just copy and paste the macro to each device. So it's very easy to set up, guys. I hope you get lots of tokens. Let me know what you guys get from this macro and from these crates when they come out. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one. Plenty of bangers coming.